Know, wonder, and learn.
What a wonderful day, everyone! This is Michael Sam Afaga Gregasin, grade 5 pupil of Linamanan Elementary School, Jones West District. Let us give thanks to the Lord, for He is our greatest protector, as we learn in the new normal through the innovative way of SDO Isabela, particularly radio-based instruction, RBI. Are you excited to discover another treasure of English 5 Academy? Oh yes! But before that, I am so glad to share my prior knowledge or what I know about our episode today. When we say comparison, we talk about the similarities of two or more persons, places, or things, while contrast refers to their differences. I still remember my English class when we used Venn diagram to identify the similarities and differences of the characters in the story that we learned. Meanwhile, I want to know the different ways on how to make comparison and contrast essay or paragraph because I dream to become an effective writer someday. Just like my father and my mother. They are both journalists. That's all. Enjoy learning with Grade 5 English Academy. Viva Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela! Viva Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela!
Your communication hub and literary arts center of SDO Isabela. SDO English Academy.
An analogy describes the relationship between words. Subject, verb, your teacher. On air.
English Academy.
Hello, my grade 5 learners! Welcome to another fantastic episode of Radyo Eskwela sa Isabela in English Academy. How are you today? That's cool! You're really doing well because I can feel your excitement and interest to listen and venture to our brand new learning episode today. I am Sir Heros W. Torres, your English buddy on air today, and I'll be here to guide and help you for another interactive session prepared just for you.
Amazing!
Kids, get ready and make it sure that you have your module, pen, and paper. Get some healthy snacks and water to keep you energized and focused. Importantly, be sure that you are in your most comfortable place so nothing can interrupt you from listening to our lesson. Are you ready, kids? That's nice! You have learned last session how to write paragraphs showing cause and effect. Can you still remember what do we mean about cause and effect? Amazing! You have learned that cause is an action or event that makes something happen. The cause answers the questions why, what caused it, and what was the reason. When we say effect, is something that happens as a result of the action. In short, cause is the reason and the effect is the result of the event, or cause-effect relationship describes something that happens and why it happens. Can you still recall the two ways of writing paragraphs showing cause and effect? Exactly! There are two ways of writing a paragraph showing cause and effect relationship. It could be a cause with multiple effects or an effect with multiple causes. How do we improve our text? That's nice! To improve writing a paragraph showing causes and effects, the transitional or signal words or phrases may be used. Will you mention the transitional word used in showing cause or causes? Very good. We can use transitional words or phrase like the first cause or reason. Because is caused by and result from. How about the transitional word used in showing effects? You got it again. In showing effects, transitional words or phrase like one important effect, another result, an outcome, as a result, consequently, then, next, therefore, thus, and so can be used. What a great flashback indeed! It seems that you really understood our topic last session. Now, I believe that you are ready to unlock new learning experiences. Am I right, kids?
Hooray!
That's so awesome, kids. Have you read a text or paragraph that compare or contrast ideas or things? Great! For our session today, you are going to write a paragraph showing comparison and contrasts. Do you have any idea about our topic for today? What is it? Will you try to share something, kids? Nice! Comparing and contrasting are ways in writing to create meaningful ideas by comparing two things or of its similarities or differences. To contrast something is to look for differences among two or more elements. But to compare is to do the opposite. To look for similarities. It is often used as an important strategy in making essay assignments, journals, and important decisions you have to make. In writing a paragraph, your goal is to convey information clearly and concisely. In doing so, you need to use transition words. Kids, what do we use again to convey our readers? Exactly. These transition words help you to achieve these goals by establishing logical connections between sentences and paragraphs. There are transition words in comparing and contrasting ideas. Transitional words to show similarities are also, as well as, both, comparatively, in the same way, in addition, just as, like, most important, similarly, the same as and to, while transition words to show differences like although, besides, but, compared with, conversely, differ, even though, furthermore, however, in contrast to, instead, less than, more than, nevertheless, notwithstanding, on the other hand, otherwise, rather than, regardless, though, unless, unlike, while, and yet. Kids, will you give transition words that express similar ideas? How about transition words used in expressing differences of ideas? got it right again. How do we use these transition words in writing a paragraph? That's nice. These transitional words are used to make a paragraph with comparing and contrasting ideas. We can also make a paragraph based on the Venn diagram. Venn diagram is an overlapping circles. The right and left side of the circles are their differences, and the middle circle which they overlap are their things in common or similarities. Did you get it, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
That's nice. I want you to identify the following sentences that I am going to read. If the statement expresses similarities, shout like with 2 thumbs up. And if it states difference, shout dislike with 2 thumbs down. Did you get what I mean?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Number 1. Ella had her hair done in a style similar to mine. Express your answer. Very good. I heard you. You shouted like. Listen attentively for number 2. That bike is the same color as our car. What is your answer, kids? Nice! I heard you shouted like. And so, you're 2 thumbs up again. Number 3. Basketball has 5 players while soccer has 11. Shout your answer, kids. That's right. For number 4. Teachers of old school and new normal school facilitates learning. Express your answer. Correct. You should have shouted like with 2 thumbs up. Listen very well for our last statement. Bats hang upside down when they rest. Unlike birds, never do that. What is the right answer, kids? Good job! I sense that you shouted dislike and did a thumbs down. I am indeed very happy for your active participation. Keep in mind that comparing and contrasting are ways in writing to create meaningful ideas by comparing 2 things of its similarities or differences. To contrast something is to look for differences among 2 or more elements. But to compare is to do the opposite, to look for similarities. Always remember, to convey information clearly and concisely, you need to use transition words. These transition words help you to achieve these goals by establishing logical connections between sentences and paragraphs. Transitional words to show similarities are also, as well as, both, comparatively, in the same way, in addition, just as, like, most important, similarly, the same as, and through. While transition words to show differences are although, besides, but, compared with, conversely, differ, even though, furthermore, however, in contrast to, instead, less than, more than, nevertheless, notwithstanding, on the other hand, otherwise, rather than, regardless, though, unless, unlike, while, and yet. Do not also forget that using Venn diagram will help you organize the similarities and differences of the two subjects. The right and left side of the circles are their differences, and the middle circle, which they overlap, are their things in common or similarities. Impressive! I think it's about time to further check your understanding about our topic today. Are you ready for another fun activity? Great! Let's start! I want you to listen intently and stay focused to the text that I am going to read. On a blank sheet of paper, identify the similarities and differences of the characters in the text using a Venn diagram. Write on the right and or left side of the circles their differences, and the middle circle, which they overlap the things that in common or their similarities. Are you ready?
Hooray!
Elsie and Madeline are best friends. They both attend Maunlad High School and are taught math by Mr. Tomas. Elsie has long straight hair while Madeline has curly hair. They both have a younger brother, but Elsie also has an older sister. Elsie is 13 years old and Madeline is 14. Madeline's birthday is in January, and Elsie's isn't until November. Madeline had a birthday party last week, and the girls both wore a pink dress to celebrate. Elsie and Madeline loved to dress the same, and even wore the same color ribbon in their hair. Did you understand the story? Now, I want to read once again for you to understand further. Elsie and Madeline are best friends. They both attend Maunlad High School and are taught math by Mr. Tomas. Elsie has long straight hair while Madeline has curly hair. They both have a younger brother, but Elsie also has an older sister. Elsie is 13 years old and Madeline is 14. Madeline's birthday is in January, and Elsie's isn't until November. Madeline had a birthday party last week, and the girls both wore a pink dress to celebrate. Elsie and Madeline loved to dress the same, and even wore the same color ribbon in their hair. There you have it, my dear learners. I am sure you have already identified the similarities and differences of the two characters in the text. This time, another 30 seconds will be given to you to finalize your right using a Venn diagram. Are you ready?
Aye, aye, Captain!
Time's up, kids! Who are the characters in the text? Great! The two characters in the text are Elsie and Madeline. In what ways are Elsie and Madeline similar? Will you mention some? That's correct. Elsie and Madeline both went to Maunlad High School and taught by Mr. Tomas, their math teacher. Both of them have a younger brother too, What more their similarities? That's nice. They also both wore pink dress and the same color of ribbon. Did you get it, kids? Very good. Now, in what ways they different? Exactly. Elsie has a straight hair while Madeline has a curly hair. Do they have more differences? Great! Elsie has an older sister. Elsie is 13 years old, while Madeline is 14. Do you have more answers? Very well said. Elsie is born in November, and Madeline is in January. Impressive performance, grade 5 learners. You really did well in your quiz. Will you give yourselves a 2 thumbs up and shout, "I like it"? I hope you understood well our lesson for today. Congratulations for your amazing and remarkable performance today. I hope you've got something to store in your mind. Do not forget to answer the rest of the activities in your learning activity sheets and modules. Always read and follow the directions. If you have questions and concerns, please do not hesitate to tap your teacher. Till next time, kids, on behalf of the scriptwriter, Sir R.J. I. Balbin, together with the SDO Isabela, RBI Production, and I am your radio teacher, Sir Heros W. Torres, reminding you to stay productive and blessed. Goodbye!
Patuloy ang edukasyon para sa ating henerasyon.
Sa daan ng pagkatuto ay walang may iwan.
Kaya halina sa Radyo Eskwela.